Back in the day, the police were a different kettle of fish, weren't they? You saw coppers on the beat. You saw them mingling in their community and getting to know people and what they did and when they did it. It was very handy, particularly if something was out of place or something went wrong. The police knew that they had to intercept, interdict and do something about it. It's a well-known fact on here that my own father is a retired police officer. Between, the civilian police and the army, he did 30 years, better part of. Now, that generation of police officer was something different altogether. A lot of them were pulled from the ranks of the armed forces, in my dad's case, the army. And along with them come respect, discipline, routine, and the ability to get the job done by whatever means necessary. The Ways and Means Act, my dad called it. Roll forward to current day, and the police are different again. They're pulled from a generation of, I suppose, kids that think and act completely differently to the way the likes of, say, I was brought up and my parents before me. And they're playing to another set of rules rather than enforcing laws and keeping people safe. They seem to be as interested in enforcing certain points of view and coming down on people for expressing an opinion. There was the guy not so long ago, the veteran who got himself in trouble. You remember the one that Lawrence Fox actually came up against and stuck up for, who was going to get arrested for posting an offensive tweet online. Very interesting route for the police to go down. Well, I saw a video, this morning, where a fellow YouTuber recorded a two-part thing saying the police are not fit for purpose. And I noticed something online with the Metropolitan Police where they're going to try and do something about it. And I have some comments. We know the Met have been rocked with scandal after scandal, don't we? Very much brought up by the previous Met Police Commissioner, Cressida Dick, and her dealings with the Lord Mayor of London, Mr. Sadiq Khan. We all know what we think there, so that's a conversation for another time, by the way. But there is an awful lot of, trouble within the ranks of the Met because of the way that police officers behave, either sending dodgy messages to each other, which once upon a time would have been called locker room talk, maybe, being openly sexist, misogynistic, and generally abusive to each other and the public that they're supposed to protect. All in all, not a very good showing. And probably one of the most high-profile cases is Wayne Couzens of recent times. He actually started off life from my research in Kent County Constabulary, where my father was stationed as well. And you wonder how he moved around so freely and got into the Met in the first place with some of the nicknames that he had. But, that's just a prime example. Well, the new Met Police Commissioner, Sir Mark Rowley, wants to actually deal with this. And what they're doing, they're setting up a new unit to root out criminal officers, or rather officers that are, susceptible to criminal behaviour. They're calling it the Anti-Corruption and Abuse Command. And the idea of this is it will target officers that feel that they can behave in a way not befitting somebody in a uniform who we trust to uphold the law, keep the peace and keep us all safe. Now, one very important thing with the police service in this country, unlike others, they police by consent, meaning they police because we allow them to, unlike the militia-based police services in other countries. The NYPD springs to mind straight away when you think about that as a comparison. Now, there's going to be detectives and officers in this new unit, and there's going to be about 100 of them from what I'm reading, and they will employ the same kinds of tactics that really are used to investigate other major crimes in an effort to try and stamp this out. Good in theory, but I have two concerns. Number one, what behaviours will they be specifically targeting, for one? And also, How are the officers vetted that are going to be part of this new unit? You know, this sends chills down my spine where you're getting the police to effectively enforce the police. I mean, it comes across as some kind of internal affairs kind of setup, which is, again, something you get in America. And in theory, it could work. But do the police that man this unit come from the same crop as the police that they're supposed to root out? I'm really not sure how it's going to work, and I want your opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's have a natter about this. Anyway, I'm off. I'll be back soon with another. Toodaloo.